My name is Tony Stark, and I'm not afraid of you. I know you're a coward.
Welcome back to Sharky's Fake Bricks, the channel that buys, builds, and reviews exclusively fake Lego. Today we're reviewing 8 fake Lego Hulkbuster minis. These guys are Hulkbuster models, but minifigure size. I paid only $4.64 for all of them from AliExpress, but are they worth the buy? Let's get right to it. Okay, so first Hulkbuster up is, of course, our most standard. By that I mean he's the classic red and gold Iron Man suit. Iron Man Hulkbuster mini, I should say. This was definitely not my favorite of the bunch, but I definitely am a fan of the OG colors. So this is our first look at these Hulkbuster mini suits. You'll notice the proportions maybe are a little off, but I'll definitely talk more in detail when we take a closer look at these figures. You'll notice right off the bat there are 4 main attachments. There is the helmet up here, then there's the shoulder pads, these molded cuffs over here, and then finally there are the feet. Starting up at the head, I mean, they're all going to be the same. They're all the exact same mold, just many different colors. So I'll look closer at the attachments on this one, and then we can kind of fly through the other ones. But yeah, the helmet, I actually really like. I mean, the printing, I think, is great. It does a great job, of course, replicating the Hulkbuster suit with kind of like the Juggernaut style helmet here. Unfortunately, as we'll see, I mean, these things are locked in. You can barely turn it, although they do turn, and you'll notice it's a pretty small helmet, and that's because this is actually one mold. There is no head underneath this helmet. It's just the helmet. And if I could get that off, yeah, here's a better look at it. You'll notice, yeah, this is just one molded thing. No head underneath, just one piece here, and then you can slide that on. And there you go, just like that. That's a helmet. Again, it is so difficult to remove or turn, and that is because of these shoulder pads partly. So these shoulder pads, again, it's red with the gold accents. I actually really like this combo up here. He looks super beefy. He definitely did not skip trap day. He was getting a lot of shoulder shrugs in for sure. But yeah, I just really love how beefy it makes him look. You'll see there's 2 studs back here if you wanted to add any sort of accessories. And then it's just one solid, very smooth transition here. You'll see these extended shoulder pads go right into the chest plate, which looks fantastic with the addition of that helmet. Unfortunately, the extended shoulders do make it pretty tough to move the already very difficult moving arms, and then it pretty much limits the range of motion to here. That's as high as he can get his arm, and then as we'll see later, oh boy, the cuffs also restrict some movement, so let's talk about them next. Yeah, so these are the wrist guards. All of the Hulkbuster mini suits come with these same wrist guards, and it does have printing on it. I mean, they look fine, but if you've seen my Thanos variety pack review, we had the same problem there with these wrist guards. First, it's super difficult to build and assemble the figures with these, and then, oh my gosh, they fall off so easily, and that's because, I mean, you'll see like the bulk of the hand, like this actual connection part at the end here, is taken up by the cuff. So there's really nothing holding it in place, and you got to push super hard. And I mean, it looks cool. It definitely adds a necessary width to this figure, like a girth, I want to say. It just makes them look wider, but it really extended the build process and was definitely not worth it. It makes it really hard to play with. And moving on to our last attachment, we have the feet. Oh my gosh, these things are gargantuan. Look at this from the side. It looks like he has some oversized shoes on. Kind of like the old style Sonic. He's got just massive, comically large feet. I mean, the piece is actually kind of cool. You'll see these are actually high heels in a way. So this is where his actual leg ends, and these things give him a few millimeters, I suppose. So there you can see him standing up, and you can see this mold here. You just slip the leg in. I mean, this was pretty easy to assemble. You just slip it in there. And then he stands up. It does make them very solid. Well, maybe not super solid, but definitely more solid here. He feels very solid when you plant him down. However, really unfortunate with these feet because it extends the actual legs. That means you cannot place him on Lego. So I'm going to say these guys are kind of Lego compatible. Definitely not 100% if he's fully armored up like this. They are kind of starting to grow on me, but I'll take him off so you can see what he looks like without. And I actually prefer him without those massive Iron Man high heels. And I'll show you the torso on some of these guys. Not all of them, just because my fingernails cannot take it. But yeah, just a standard Iron Man torso underneath. Next up, we have the Iron Patriot instead of Iron Man. And at first I thought this was Igor, I think it is, like his blue, bigger suit, just because of like the blue and gold color, which looks okay. But you'll see in a second, the torso is actually the Iron Patriot. You'll see like the red, white, and blue here. Again, now that we've kind of looked closer at some of the attachments, I can go a little faster here. Nothing on the back, nothing special. He has like the same gold accenting, which I actually wish they went with silver here just because that would more match the rest of his torso. But the blue is okay, I guess. Again, extremely difficult head. I'll keep working on that one. I guess another thing I should mention are the loose legs, which also really do not help with removing the head. And that is because of this kind of funky connection. We've actually seen connections similar to this on other minifigures. It looks kind of like Lego from the front here, but it definitely does not connect like a Lego minifigure would. And that just makes the figure even more, or even less playable, I should say. Yeah, okay, so here is the Iron Patriot suit. You'll see the star there. Printing on these guys is okay, but it's pretty much all covered up by the armor anyway, so it doesn't really matter a ton. But yeah, that's the Iron Patriot. Third, we have our orange Hulkbuster mini suit. This guy's kind of fun. I like the color on him. You'll notice he has silver accenting instead of the gold, which I actually much prefer on these figures. There's a couple more with the silver like this. Yeah, this guy looks pretty solid. I mean, again, same everything as before. The massive high heels down here, I can't get over those. Also, I really like the torso printing. This guy specifically, and there's a couple other like this. I've tried and tried and tried. I cannot get the head off now that I have it on. So unfortunately, this is all we can see of the torso, but I kind of like how it fans down like this. And I feel like the chest plate really goes well with the rest of the armor look. Also, I don't know if it's just the molding, but this guy's hand, you can kind of see like I could not strap this in. I mean, the hand is in, but the wrist guard is very loose. Man, I really do not like those wrist guards. Armor number 4 is our purple armor, who is actually Pepper Potts from Endgame, which we'll see in a second. One cool thing I guess I should say now is all of these Hulkbuster suits, except for the first original, these are all unique. As in, from my knowledge, Lego has never made any Hulkbuster suits. Actually, there might be a War Machine one. Let me know if there is in the comments, please. But really, Lego has only ever made the classic red and gold Hulkbuster suits. So all of these other versions are cool to have in that sense. Never before seen, if you will. Yeah, it might be hard to tell. This is another gold accented, which actually works really well with the purple. If you're a Vikings fan, you'll definitely like this one. Yeah, otherwise very similar. Let me try taking the head off here. Okay, can I? Okay. My gosh. Okay, yes, so this is Pepper Potts' torso. As you can see, I'm pretty sure this is the one that we saw in Endgame. Yeah, I mean, again, torso printing, leg printing on these guys, they're solid. It's okay. It's nothing special. And you'll also notice there is no arm or back printing, and I think that's just because like the armor pretty much covers up the back, and then these cuffs are kind of meant to cover up the arms. Wait, can I? I'm just gonna try it. Oh, that's the first time I put that's the first time I tried putting the head on back on without the shoulders, and it looks like an alien. My goodness. It's like E.T. with kicks on. Wow, okay, remind me never to do that again. And here is our second War Machine figure. You'll notice this is the newer, kind of more black and silver. Again, the silver I really like as opposed to the gold accenting. Yeah, this guy's pretty sweet. I like the armor in black like this. He's got a very clean print. I mean, you can see his feet down here, very clean. Otherwise, there's really not much to this figure. I'll try taking the head off. Oh, that one actually came off a little easier. But yeah, you'll see it is the newer War Machine printing, which actually looks pretty good. And I just realized with these shoes, you can actually do that Michael Jackson dance with them. Look at that. Man, that adds a lot of value to these figures. Okay. And now, by far the most expensive suit, we have our gold Hulkbuster. This thing is hilarious. First of all, it's a terrible figure quality-wise, but looks, I mean, he looks kind of sweet. He's pretty much all gold. I don't know if you can tell. He also has like silver accenting. Very hard to see with the gold. And one thing I've noticed from handling this figure, it's kind of like a chrome gold or like a matte gold, not just gold printing. It feels like it was spray painted, which it very well could have been, but that means that the figure itself, like the quality of the figure, I don't know if you can tell just from me raising the arms, it raises in like one motion, and you can kind of just see, it might be hard to tell, but this guy, like the quality here is very bad. Don't get me wrong, the gold armor looks fantastic, but yeah, you definitely cannot play with this guy. Maybe just put him in a safe or something and store him away for later. Here is our last War Machine, and this one is just the classic War Machine, and he is actually my favorite figure of the bunch. Again, there's nothing special with him. He has the silver, but I just think this dark gray with the silver accenting and then the sweet yellow eyes, it just looks the most I don't know, realistic, militaristic maybe. Wait, is that why they call him War Machine? Is that why? I don't know. But yeah, I just think this guy looks sweet. He's like the most juggernaut of the bunch, I think. Just a stud cake. I don't know if I could take the head off. Let's see. Yeah, you'll see it is just the classic War Machine printing here. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of reasoning why this is my favorite, but he is last War Machine figure. And last up, we have our final Hulkbuster suit, and this is pretty cool. It's teal. I think this is like the underwater suit. Please let me know if it is. You'll notice it has the gold accenting here, and this one specifically, this guy gave me nightmares, at least my fingernail. I could not take the head off. You'll see up close, there's like a little scuff mark there. That is actually from me trying to remove the head with my pen, which did not work. So I'm sure he has a great torso under there. Unfortunately, I'll never see it again. But overall, just a pretty standard Hulkbuster. Definitely not my favorite. I do like the teal, but yeah, that's it for our Hulkbuster figures. All right, well, that is all 8 Hulkbuster minifigures. Minifigures, get it? Hulkbuster mini suits, but they're figures. Now, let's see. As in, take a look at the enjoyability, accuracy, and overall toy quality. I think the only part I enjoyed about these figures was when they were done, unfortunately. Yeah, super difficult build process, and you can't really play with them either. So, honestly, I didn't really enjoy them. Accuracy, I mean, it's okay, I guess. But I definitely don't remember him making an all-gold suit. And toy quality, unfortunately, it is very bad. I mean, you could barely move the arms. It's super stiff. These cuffs also fall off like 25% of the time. No, make that 75%. And now the question of, should you buy? Honestly, no. You can't play with these figures. You can hardly build them. And you definitely can't beat Hulk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to help support me and this brand new channel. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this related video, so go check that out right here. And I'll see you there.